Hi everyone, Eric at Retro Handheld Guides, and today we'll be looking at Wii emulation on the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. I have to admit that when the Wii first came out, I passed on the console thinking that the motion control scheme was too much of a gimmick. Looking back at it today, I still think that's true. That's not to say that there weren't some clever and fun games that incorporated the motion controls, but it just isn't my thing. Looking back through the catalog, I was surprised to find that the Wii also had a more traditional controller and a bunch of games that use it. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the games I found that use a more traditional control scheme with either the Classic Controller or the Horizontal Wii Remote. So, let's take a look at some Wii games that use the traditional control scheme with the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is how to configure your Dolphin emulator for the Classic Controller in Wii, which is basically kind of like a Nintendo or a PlayStation controller. So first you click on the gear icon in the top corner, and then you click on Wii Input. From Wii Input you want to make sure that it's on Wii Emulated Remote and click on the gear icon. And then what you want to do is you want to come down to Extensions, click on that, and make sure the extension is set to Classic. From there you'll see a gear icon appears in the right hand corner, and then from there you just map your buttons to the face buttons of the Retroid Pocket 4. So all the functions will map pretty much one-to-one. You have your A, B, X, Y buttons, Z, L, and ZR are your bumpers. You have start and select, and then left stick and right stick, etc. So that one's pretty easy to map, and then once you have that configured on your Classic extension, anything that uses a Classic extension for the games, like your Call of Duty and GoldenEye, things like that, will work just fine. It'll pick it up as a Classic controller. Some games that do have both inputs recognized, it recognizes the Classic controller and the GameCube input. You'll want to make sure that on a per game setting, your GameCube input is actually set to none, so that it doesn't try to pick up the GameCube controller configuration. It instead picks up your Wii Classic controller configuration. So that can be done on a per game basis as well. You just long press on the game, and then edit your game settings, and then from there, unmap the GameCube, and then just make sure your Wii input is mapped to your Classic controller. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is your inputs for the Wii Remote games. So again, you're using the Wii input and the emulated Wii Remote, and click on the gear icon. And what you're mapping this time is going to be under your Wii Remote. So for the Wii Remote on its side, you have your A, B, and X, Y buttons mapped to, for me I mapped the A and B buttons to your X and Y buttons. And then the 1 and 2 buttons, the ones that you're mostly going to be using, are mapped to the A and B buttons. And then you have your start and select. Now for the Wii Remote on its side, I found that I had to map the D-pad here as if my whole controller is on its side. So if you turn your mapping like this, you'll map your up and down buttons to these ones, and your left and right buttons to these ones. So that's your basic buttons for your Wii Remote. The next thing is some games also needed to use the Wii Remote as an IR pointer, so you'll want to map your motion simulation. So your pointer, I just mapped it to the left joystick here. So you have your up and down and left and right. And then I also mapped the shake functions so that I'm not shaking my controller around to the bumpers and the triggers. So just map those however you want. And then that way when you want to do things like shaking for the Mario when he flies with this cap, or with the Donkey Kong when he needs to shake something, then you can just press the button rather than shaking your whole device. And that's pretty much it for your Wii Remote games. So let's take a look at some of the games.
Left side, down! timetable. We'll be late. All I know is what they tell me. Security has been tightened. Nobody gets through.
Tower clear. See if you can find any extra firepower in there. We've got company heading to the bridge. Can you handle it?
Bowman, take the roof. Any trouble? Give us a yell. Got it. Next, on me. So move the road to find Castro. Johnny, give me cover. Get down. Sit tight, we'll be getting fired. Target should be up ahead, Roger.